Hello, and welcome to Modern Skills in English. Today, we're talking about something quiet but important. It's the feeling of being surrounded by people, but feeling completely alone. We're going to explore what some people call the friendship recession.
It's strange. I have hundreds of contacts in my phone, hundreds of followers online. I see their lives every day. But if I had a really bad day, I'm not sure who I would actually call. It's like I'm at a huge party where I can see everyone, but no one can really see me. It feels like a personal failure. Why is it so hard for me?
I hear that. It's a heavy feeling. And most of us think exactly what you just said. Why is it so hard for me? But what if the problem isn't personal? What if making and keeping friends as a young adult is just a skill we were never taught?
A skill? Friendship isn't a skill. It's something that just happens, or it doesn't. You either click with people or you don't.
That's what we all believe. It's the story we see in movies. Two people meet, they laugh at the same joke, and suddenly they're best friends for life. We believe it should be magic, effortless.
Exactly. If you have to try, it feels fake.
And that belief, the belief that it should be effortless, is the first reason so many of us feel lonely. When we were young, friendship did feel effortless. We were put in classrooms with the same 20 kids for years. Proximity and repetition did the work for us. But adult life is different. We don't have those structures. If we just wait for friendship to happen now, we can wait a very long time.
So I'm just supposed to wait around, hoping I get lucky? That sounds depressing.
The alternative isn't just hoping. The alternative is to shift our thinking. Instead of waiting for magic, we can be quietly intentional.
Intentional? That sounds so clinical, like I'm scheduling a business meeting. Hello, I have decided to be your friend. Please see my calendar.
I understand why it feels that way. But think about it like this. No one ever accidentally learned to play the guitar. No one stumbles into running a marathon. Anything valuable in life requires a gentle, quiet decision to move toward it. Being intentional about friendship isn't about creating a schedule. It's just about a small mental shift from passive waiting to active openness. It's deciding, I am open to connection, and I will take a small step in that direction today.
A small step? Like what?
It could be as simple as going to the same coffee shop twice a week instead of different ones. It could be joining a club for something you're curious about. It's not about finding a best friend on day one. It's about creating the possibility for connection to happen. You are just making the first move.
Okay, that feels a little less robotic. But then the second problem comes up. Let's say I do that. I join a club. I see the same people. I still feel this massive pressure to be interesting, to be funny or smart or cool. My mind goes blank. I worry they'll think I'm boring.
That pressure is enormous, and it's another belief that quietly works against us. Most of us think, to make a friend, I must be interesting.
Of course. Why would anyone want to be friends with someone who is boring?
Think about how it feels when someone talks to you. When do you feel most comfortable? Is it when they are telling you amazing stories about their life, trying to impress you? Or is it when they ask you a thoughtful question about your day and they actually listen to the answer?
The second one. Definitely the second one. When people are trying too hard to be impressive, it's just exhausting.
Exactly. The secret to connection isn't to be more interesting. It's to be more interested. The pressure to perform disappears when your goal isn't to impress someone, but simply to understand them a little better. Your only job in that moment is curiosity. And when you show genuine interest in someone, you invite them to be interested in you. It creates a balance. It creates reciprocity.
Reciprocity? So it's a two-way street. I show interest, they show interest back. But what if they don't? What if I ask them a question and they just give a one-word answer and turn away?
Then that's your answer. You learned something. That person isn't open to connection right now. That's not a failure. It's just information. You can then take your curiosity and offer it to someone else. It's much lower pressure than trying to perform for them. You're just looking for an open door, not trying to break down a wall.
That
actually helps, shifting the goal from be liked to be curious. But okay, let's say it works. I meet someone, we have a good conversation, we both show interest. How does that become a real friendship? It feels like there's a huge gap between a nice chat and a real dependable friend.
This is the third and maybe the most important trap. We believe that friendship is built on big moments, deep, emotional, 3-hour conversations where we share all our secrets.
Right, the kind of talks you have late at night where you solve all your problems.
And because we're waiting for that perfect, deep moment, we miss the hundreds of small moments where friendship is actually built. We think that if a conversation isn't deep, it's not valuable. But that's not how human trust works. Trust isn't built in one grand gesture. It's built in dozens of tiny, consistent actions. It's built through ritual.
A ritual? Like a ceremony?
In a way, but very simple. A friendship ritual could be sending a funny video to someone every Friday. It could be a weekly 10-minute call on your walk home from class. It could be grabbing a coffee at the same time every Tuesday. These small, predictable points of contact are what keep the connection warm. They are the simple message that says, "I'm thinking of you." The big, deep conversations happen much more easily when they have a foundation of these small rituals to stand on.
I never thought of it that way. I'm always waiting for the perfect time to have a real conversation, so I end up saying nothing at all. But a small, regular text, I can do that. This all makes sense, Sarah. But when you put it all together, being intentional, being interested, creating rituals, it feels a bit mechanical. If this is true, why do so many people who seem to be doing everything right still struggle? It still feels like there's a risk. What if I do all this and I still get rejected? That's the feeling that really stops me. It feels so vulnerable.
You are absolutely right. It is vulnerable, and there is no system that can remove the possibility of rejection. That feeling is real, and it's the price of admission for any meaningful connection in life. But maybe we can reframe the goal.
What do you mean?
The goal is not to get every single person you meet to like you. That's impossible. The goal is to cultivate a life where connection is possible. Think of it like a garden. Being intentional is simply the act of deciding to plant some seeds. You can't control the weather, and you can't force every seed to grow. Being interested is how you water the seeds. You give them your attention. And creating small rituals is like making sure they get a little bit of sunlight every day.
And some seeds just won't grow.
Some won't, and that's okay. It's not a reflection of your worth as a gardener. You just learn, and you plant another seed. The point is not to have a perfect garden by tomorrow. The point is to become the kind of person who knows how to plant. The fear of rejection keeps us inside, with no garden at all. But if you plant a few seeds, the chances are high that something will grow.
So the whole process is about finding the people where there's natural reciprocity. I plant a seed, they water it a little bit, I give it some sun. It's a quiet collaboration.
Exactly. It's not a performance or a project. You're just looking for people who want to tend the garden with you. It starts with one very small, maybe even slightly vulnerable action. But you don't have to build the whole garden at once. You just have to plant one seed.
I think I get it now. The loneliness I feel isn't a sign that I'm broken. It's just a signal. Like feeling thirsty is a signal I need water. Loneliness is a signal that I need connection. And it's something I can learn to cultivate.
And that's a much more hopeful place to start. It's not about changing who you are. It's about learning a new skill. The first step doesn't have to be big. Just an intentional decision to be open, a simple ritual with someone you already know, a question asked out of curiosity.
It doesn't feel so heavy anymore. It feels possible. Just one seed.
Hello to everyone listening. We hope this conversation felt helpful.
If there's a topic you're thinking about or a skill you'd like to explore with us, please let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.